It's a beautiful day in the gamerhood, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? It's out about plunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you please, won't you be my gamers?
Hello everyone, and welcome to Mr. Hobbs's Gamerhood. I hope everyone has their sweater and their inside shoes on, because today we're playing low fantasy gaming by Pickpocket Press, specifically Steve Grodzicki. Pretty cool game. It's Sunday morning, and you can't have a game without players. We only have 3 though, so let's go. TPK. Oh, sorry. No, just kidding. All right, so it's Chronicle of the Cursed Axe, number 13. I think I named it I Am Not Corey Hobbs. All right. So introduce yourself and your character.
Sounds like some fighting words there.
No
Sean.
Hello, I'm Sean. I'm one of the co-hosts of Gaming BS RPG Podcast, and I'm going to be playing Hobbs. I have been playing Hobbs for quite some time. 5th level ranger, sidekick wolf, name Mukai. Thanks for having me, Jason.
My pleasure, sir. Aaron.
Aaron Wade, and I am playing Anaria. I have not been playing it as long as Sean, which is what he's trying to point out.
Is
He
it?
is a 4th level magic user.
Hawk.
I'm Hawk. I am playing Nadiri the Barbarian. I will not be starting a new podcast this week.
I might be starting a new podcast next week.
Really?
Really?
Tell us all about it.
Spill the beans, man. Give us the scoop.
I haven't told anybody yet. We're still. What I want to do is it's gonna be a Twitch stream first and a podcast second. So we're focusing on interacting with the audience, and it's mostly a book review group called the Libram Society.
What kind of books?
Very spiritual.
Good books, obviously.
Well, the first
classics.
Well, no, the first thing, well, kind of. The first books that we're going to do is Malazan, Book of the Fallen, which are pretty much my favorite fantasy books series, but there's a shit ton of them, and they're huge and super dense. So 1 week we'll be talking about that and give readers a chance to read as far as we have, talking about those books. And then 1 week we're going to pick a short story and then do that, and then have a guest who reads that short story and then be on the show with us to talk about it. So I am the lowbrow, and I have a literary guy who is the highbrow. So he knows all about the official ways to talk about books and how you should be saying if it's good or not. And I'm just a meth trucker guy. Talking about what I think about the book or like about a book. So that is the plan. And Wednesday at 6:30 is going to be the first one. I haven't totally figured out how we're going to keep the chat and the people involved, but that's the main focus, is having as many people, a raucous crowd, talking about books, because books are important, man. More people should be reading, and that's what I think anyway. What do you guys think? What do you like? What do you think about the idea?
I like the idea. I also think books have kind of gone by the wayside. People don't read as much, and you just can't, as much as I like television and, some of the stuff on Netflix, I think it's really good, but there's a certain depth you cannot get at by watching even a 10-part television show. You just don't see the depth of character. You don't see the background. You can't get that unless you're reading a book. But I think
Yeah, whatever. Have you guys been watching WandaVision?
I can't convince my wife to want to.
And I'm telling you, WandaVision would be better by a good novelist. And I'm intrigued that you said Malazan. I've been looking for something to read, and now I have something to read.
All right. Do you read fantasy books?
I do. I've been reading The Prince of Nothing. It's a trilogy by, I can't think of his name, Baker, I think it is.
The Prince of Nothing. I don't even know. It sounds familiar. So we're going to do the first two chapters. Malazan books, each book is broken up into other books. And so it's about a third of the book or so. That'll be the first topic, is the first book of Malazan, Book of the Fallen, which is called Gardens of the Moon. And it's by Stephen Erickson. The first short story that we're doing, my book is on the way, is from a late, like 1890, early 1900s short story guy who was also a textile artist. James Morris, I believe is his name. So that's what we're going to try to focus on, is like stuff that people probably haven't done. We don't want to do Appendix N. Obviously, there's already a podcast by one of my good buddies called Appendix N Book Club. So we're not doing that. We're not doing the Appendix N stuff. We're going to try and dig deeper and find some other stuff maybe that like inspired some of the Appendix N authors, and then maybe some more contemporary stuff that you could steal stuff for your games. So, yeah, that's where we are. I don't know. Sean, you got any thoughts?
No, and that was the first thing that came to mind was Appendix N. I mean, I think it'll be interesting. I'm interested to see the format of the show, and especially if you're doing Twitch and then going to audio. That bridge is always a tricky one to cross. Well, either way, like if you're doing an audio show on Twitch or vice versa. So,
I think it will be
good times. It'll be fun.
I haven't totally even figured out how we're going to do it. It's going to be a work in progress, probably, like all podcasts and these shows are, really. It's not like I have a big team of people who are like, oh, no, let's try it like this, and then a bunch of different things. It's just a work in progress. So,
who are you doing it with?
Arlen Walker of Live from Pelham's Wasteland. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but that's who it is.
He's played in one of your games or somebody's games I've seen before.
Yeah. He plays in Dungeon Musings, and he also has played in like some of my games as well. All right. Do we have anything else to take care of? Because we already did everyone's raises last week, right?
We did.
All right. Is YouTube going? Did you catch it, Sean? Did you find it?
I did. I had to refresh. It didn't just show up. I had to refresh.
Okay, well, that's good. Probably because you didn't turn notifications on.
Just so you know.
Awesome. Hawk, how's Facebook going?
Getting notified of this shit.
There's about 37 people. They're into a pretty deep discussion of Prince of Nothing. Once I brought it up, they really got into it, man. They're just going to town on it.
Nice.
There's nobody there.
I've approached a few people about being on the show. If you're interested and you think you got what it takes to be in the Libram Society, let me know.
What does it take? You got to have a meth doppelganger on YouTube.
Sheepskin apron.
Yeah, sheepskin apron.
All right, on that note, Aaron, hit the recap.
All righty, so Session 12 from January 31st, 2021, Sanguine Sagacity, since we apparently now have session titles. Session opened with Aldred of House Rochelle tenaciously clinging to life, if only just. And with a chest full of stuff. That stuff included 1,200 gold worth of loot and scrolls. Among the loot is a white veil with a fine, shiny metal chain, and Arya the Sorceress investigates it closely and finds that it possesses the Eldritch Touch. But what it does, she does not yet understand. And the scrolls, well, 2 of them are spell scrolls, Witchblade, Waking Dream, and Hunger for Blood. Good, potentially useful tools. The other appears to be multiple pages of journal entries, some of which Narya can read. The snatches she can interpret speak of Mordoth's gift, the taking of blood, the oath of the Sanguine Circle. and it speaks of the scratching. Always the scratching. The phrase takes Hobbs the Ranger back to the sound he'd heard at the trapdoor deep in the stairwell. The scratching. Always the scratching. It unnerves the resolute Ranger just a bit. Our crew agrees that it's time to retreat to Willem's Rest for recuperation. While there, each member pursues their own separate efforts. Nadiri the Barbarian and Hobbs decide that a bit of time in the bar is just the thing, but they are on different paths. Nadiri pursues his curiosity about the Cursed Axe and tries to talk the owner/bartender into taking it off the wall. Dude doesn't have a name. Into taking it off the wall and letting him hold it. He reconsiders when the owner indicates he's too afraid of it to even touch it. In their discussion, he also learns the bartender knows about the Sanguine Circle. He says the townsfolk still tell their children to fear Mordoth's kin. The circle was formed to protect the people from Mordoth and his offspring, but they haven't been heard from in nearly 100 years. He also learns that Ortuvo of the Mongers Guild is back in town. Hobbs, carousing his way about the tavern, learns the Fenori, the fishmen the group faced back in Session 5, are amassing. It's only a matter of time before they waylay the trade route. The King of Argosa has fallen ill and is surely being poisoned by his wife because she is having an affair with his stepson. And a procession from the Nadicians has given to the king a sword called Australius Predatus, or Veilbane. Anaria meets with Nadaya. She is rather busy, frustratingly so, given that the group has essentially been on the mission she gave them. But she does take a little time to look at the book, Powers of the Second Age, and the scroll about Mordoth and his kin. She suggests that Tadudaean was likely staying somewhere else, not among the huts, and that the Scrats were working for him. This prompts the realization, with some mercy from the Game Master, that the Scrats had been taking things from the town, suggesting Tadudaean might be closer than they had thought. Aldred focuses on recovering and recuperating, and as the group comes together, suggests that they investigate the Isden Manor, the ruined family stronghold on the outskirts of town. And there is where the session ends, just outside of Isden Manor. But it's just a ruined manor house. What could possibly go wrong?
All right. Well done. I like the way you say Tadudaean. Nice. Good work, sir.
When's that guy gonna GM?
Yeah, no kidding.
What?
What was that?
This is what happens. I do all the creative effort. Aaron just recaps it. And then, he's got such a silky smooth voice. It's butter. Oh, when's he gonna
man,
GM?
he had some flavor text in there that I don't think was just read off of some book somewhere. I think he came up with some interesting takes on it. Just saying.
Yep. Somebody's
Thank you, sir.
jealous.
Anyone who would like to read more of Aaron's work should check out his various blogs. Aaron?
Yep. AppliedLife.net is where you'll read mostly a lot about riding on a recumbent trike. And SerenityPrairie.com is all about living out in the middle of nowhere in a 150-year-old house. So check it out. Enjoy.
Sounds fantastic.
Sean's looking it up right now.
If you're ever interested in taking one of those blogs to audio, give me a call.
Not to eat up a lot of our time with that, but I've actually thought about that with Applied Life because people need shit to listen to when they're on a trike.
So it sounds like we will have one more middle-aged white guy with a podcast soon.
I was hoping that Hawk could join me for color commentary because I know he needs his podcast up and running.
And that's what I provide best, color commentary.
Because
That's red. That's pink.
You guys could mix your two podcasts. What I Know About Mendota and Applied Life.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah, sure. See, like I could ride through town and say, I went by that church. And then Hawk can say, well, about that church.
But he doesn't really know anything about Mendota. That's the part. He doesn't really know anything about it.
It'd be brief.
My dad worked at Motor Wheel.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So did a couple uncles.
So did a couple uncles. That is correct.
Believe it or not, some of
where
my uncles work there too.
That's where the Hobbs family fortune came from.
Because Hawk's
Working
dad
at
is
the
one
plant.
of my uncles. That's the funny part.
We
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Nobody
Well, you
cares
guys
about
do, but not anybody else who's watching this video. The other tens of people that might watch this. All right.
Yeah, not everybody's aware of just how incestuous this podcast actually is.
No
This,
kidding.
show.
Sheesh.
There's no podcast here. So-
Right, that's why I shifted it to show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to this game. Let's go to the tabletop. I don't know why I always use that weird voice whenever I say that, but it feels like it adds something.
It does. Everything you do adds something.
Oh my god. All the enemies have been visible all this time. This is funny.
Well, I can't see them. There's enemies? Did anybody
No.
see those?
It's just a manor house. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh god.
Yeah.
So, how are we? And I mean, I'm sure you were going to go into this anyway, Hobbs. But how are we handling Aldred?
He's just didn't come up here. The easy way.
He still needs some recovery time. We're checking things out in advance.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. We're just going to whatever. He'll just be here when if you guys are still in media res involved in action, he'll just show up then.
Do you believe in magic?
That's right. He's going to be...
No singing.
Hopefully he'll come in on a horse. So it'll be like Here Comes the Cavalry. That would be awesome,
White horse.
Hobbs. You
White
should
horse.
totally do that.
Never. A white horse riding down a hill with the sun behind him.
Yes.
That's,
Yes. Do it, Hobbs. Do it.
Especially if it's
Put that in the
underground.
movie.
That would be best.
Hey, do I have all my hit points?
you should. You're fully rested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should all be
Okay.
full strength.
I was hurting.
We're coming off an awesome long rest.
We regain one luck after a long rest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Whew. I sometimes wonder if my chat's broken because no one is chatting anymore. Everyone's given up on chatting. Oh, we lost Hawk.
What?
Did we? I see him.
His camera?
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh, I see. I went to the wrong
He's,
fucking
he's,
one.
I see him in glorious high def right here on my screen.
That's right. I'm all here, baby.
All right. So, what are you guys going to do?
I'll probably die, but let's go into some detail.
So, do you want me
Well-
to kind of show, like, when we talk about what's going on, would that help get us more in the mood? Although the recap was pretty good, I thought.
What
what
does that mean?
One of your
No,
better
I don't know what you
recaps.
I think I'm good. I mean, we are standing outside the manor house and we're planning to investigate and see what's going on up there.
Yeah,
right?
here is the manor house way up here. So it's on a hill. And there's a road that kind of leads up to it, right? So assuming that it's on the top of a hill. So all the way around this would be a hill. So you guys can do anything that you want to do. At the last session, I just put you there. But if you had wanted to ride off to Crow's Keep, you can if you want to. But if you are interested in the manor, you can do that as well. So what did you guys do as you approached the manor? Like, what time of day is it?
Well, I'm thinking we would have left early in the morning, right? Or not early in the morning, but like
8 o'clock?
yeah,
7:35 a.m.
All right,
Do we'd have a sense of how long it would take to walk there, right?
Yeah, not very long.
We've done a
Okay.
shit ton of walking, so yeah,
I
a lot of
mean,
walking experience.
I guess that's not really too. I mean, at max, it's a quarter mile. You know, it's not that far.
Oh, all right, okay. Oh, now I see enemies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some guy sneaking up on us. Thank
Yeah.
God we're clairvoyant. And we have an aerial view.
You do see enemies, or do you
Well,
just
we
see
did.
two hobbesses?
Oh, yeah, that's what I see. Why are there two hobbesses?
I have no idea.
Well, that's awesome.
Who knows?
Can we
what
all
Sean
have two characters?
Who knows what Sean's doing? Cheater.
I don't have two characters.
He's
I
having a
only
snack.
got one.
We brought the pitch pot boy along, did we?
I don't know. I assume he's there if you want him. He doesn't have to be there.
We've given him the option to join our party if he would like, but he's not he'll get a cut.
Where did the
He'll
other
get a
hot
cut
ass
of
go?
Hold his own.
He'll get a cut of yours.
It's not the way he would have done it.
Where did the other hot ass go? Did you delete him somehow?
Oh,
Deleted him.
Oh, nice.
all right.
I think I was just moving
All
him
right,
around
so-
to see what he could see, but as a player, probably.
So this almost looks like it's up on not a palisade, but it's on a rise with a couple of hills as defenses, almost like kind of an Iron Age hill fort.
That's just, I mean, there's no real way on 2D to signify a slope, so that's just trying to show you slopes, yeah. So in play, it probably would be like 2 raised abutments, yeah.
Okay.
Well, do we scout around the whole building first, or do we just walk in the front door and create a ruckus?
I think we scout. I think that we have learned to be scouting people.
You know what? I got a question. I kind of forgot. Why are we coming here?
So, yep, there's a little bit of both. This is an ancestral home for Aldred, right? And
Okay.
So understanding a little bit about what's going on with that. Plus, if Tattoodain is doing something near the town, where the hell would he be?
Oh, that's right. We were finding artifacts from this manor in
Yes.
Tattoodain's
No,
mess.
from the town in the scraps
And-
pile.
And and I wouldn't say artifacts, but I guess artifacts works.
Right. But
Stolen
stuff.
items. Stuff
Yeah.
that the
Items.
townspeople owned that would have disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So now what?
All right, well, let's do some scouting around, right? We want to do a full circle and just see if there's anybody creeping about, or at least what we can see.
Yeah, well, why don't we kind of get up into this top hill area here and, up here, and then start to look, and maybe we can move our way out around stuff one way or the other to get a feel for what we can see.
Yep, I'm with you on that. Let's roll.
How best you good with that?
Yeah.
So where are you going?
Well,
Hey, Hobbs, can you give us just a single marker, and that way we don't have to keep moving every single character? Do you know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Oh, that works.
You want to move?
Why wouldn't you want to move your own
All
guy?
right, that's fine. I just thought.
I mean, I don't want to be where you might go.
Well, I just thought we were staying together, so.
it's excruciating work though for Hawk to move this guy.
Shut up.
I know.
Shut it. Shut
It's
it.
technology.
Shut it.
These kids with their newfound technology.
And here Sean's got 3 pieces to move. We're complaining about
Yeah,
our one.
man. This guy.
All right, so go this way.
I think either way is fine. It just, we ought to. I do think we ought to stick together and we just pick a direction.
All right, so we are kind of like inspecting the walls, trying to see what we can see if we see, signs of recent activity. Maybe, like, how torn up is this place? How low are the walls?
There it changes, right? You can kind of see
Yeah.
the height differences. Like this area right here, pretty darn tall. Right here, very short.
Oh, okay, I see.
So you can kind of see how high they go.
Yep.
And where Nadiri
Alright.
is not, I didn't add dynamic lighting because I kind of just wanted to give you an overview. So you can see looking in here that it looks like there's a courtyard here. And then this is like a raised area that steps probably went into the actual manor house itself.
Okay.
But some of those internal walls are gone. So you can see like another raised area. You probably would barely be able to see that there's another raised area here, some walls over there. There's lots of different things going on here.
But the roofs are completely gone, right?
Yes,
Okay.
there is no roof. Hobbs is keeping it slow, and Pigsy is staying way back, right?
Are there any doors?
I don't have control of Pigsy, so
Oh.
tell him to get his ass up here.
All right. Well,
Pigsy,
we'll
get
keep
your
it.
ass up here.
Right behind you, my lord.
Boys, nothing but trouble.
Gotcha.
There's no hope for that guy.
That's not how I do it, my lord. All right. So you guys are kind of pausing there as you reach, the level, as you kind of slowly come up the slope looking around, and you can all make detection checks. You should be able to move him now, Sean.
Ooh. Detection checks? These are some of my favorite things.
These are a few of his favorite things.
Oh, wait a
One of
minute.
those days.
Geez, my scroll bar was like way up at the top.
You gonna be okay?
They all showed up. Good. All right, so
Playing D&D with my dad.
Tombstone, buddy. I thought you were going to say my brother's kids. It's like playing cards with my brother's kids. All right. You guys are like, don't recognize that? Or what?
Not even a little.
If I told you who said it, you'd be surprised, I think.
Is it you?
No. No, it's from a popular movie, and it was said by Jesus Christ. I can't remember what his name is. Is it John? Who played the dude in Sling Blade?
Oh, Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton. That's who said that line in one of his earliest movies. It's like playing cards with my brother's kids. Yeah, it's in the movie Tombstone.
Really?
I do not remember that line.
He's not in Tombstone, is he?
He is. He's the card sharp that Kurt Russell
throws out.
Throws out.
Oh,
At the Pharaoh table. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's when the line happens. He's there deriding all of the players and telling them they're garbage. That's when he says the line. So.
Mm-hmm. It's a great moment after that because if I recall, Wyatt Earp just slaps him down. I mean, open hand slaps him down. Delightful moment.
Yeah, and then he says, "Are you going to pull that smoke wagon or just stand there and bleed?"
Smoke wagon.
Yeah, man.
You can't sheriff like that anymore.
No.
All right,
Darn fine movie.
Yeah, it's a great Western.
All right, so Nadiri,
as you move up,
success.
Nadiri, you feel like that you would. I mean, considering it wouldn't be a surprise if like kids occasionally come up here and see, dare each other to get farther and farther into Isden Manor, but some aspects of the place don't quite look as full of detritus or leaves or debris as you would expect. Like someone's definitely been moving around up here. Maybe not here, like you don't spot any tracks on the road or anything, but just the way it should be windblown or something. It definitely, your spider sense is tingling.
Gotcha. I'll relay that to my comrades with this symbol.
Oh, God.
Got it, guys?
Caw-caw! Caw-caw!
So he wants me to do a forward pass?
Forward pass. The blitz is coming.
Go to the flat.
Go to the flats, baby. All right. So we'll move this way, boys.
Yep.
And Anaria? Yes, no?
Yes.
Is anybody watching? Is anybody playing?
I am.
Hello? Is my mic
Covering
working?
our back. Yes.
Are we really going off by ourselves, my lord? My hands feel empty. I don't have the pitch pail.
Hobbs, I think you could just hire yourself out to other games and just be the voices of the NPCs.
Nice. Are you liking my voices? Is that what you're saying?
I am.
Because you used to say you hated my voices. You're like, oh, the word. We have a whole episode of Chronicle of the Cursed Axe of how terrible my voices are.
I love your voices. No, I think what I said was they're all the same.
That's what's going on here.
There you go.
I love your voices. I love it when you do voices.
All right.
It's almost as good as rolling initiative.
Going on so long, Hawk has lost perception of reality.
That's not what I'd say, Aaron.
I'm sure not.
Oh no, not Spot. Sorry.
Got Mrs. Doubtfire as a
Come along, children. Come along.
It could also be Margaret Thatcher.
Julia
God save the Queen.
Julia.
No, we just do a little of this and a little of that. Let's put it in the oven.
Pop it in the oven.
Pop it. Let's pop it in the oven, boys.
Dan Aykroyd doing Julia Child.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, guess what? 9 o'clock
Just got
break.
shot
I gotta pee.
I thought he was going to say,
say
I
chicken
forgot
butt.
to tell you, you just got crossbowed.
That's right. Yeah, the chair's open. I'm not going to sit in it.